Hi, I'm Kriger from Zero2Webmaster, and I am about to show you how to add products to a WordPress WooCommerce shop. So this is the website that I've built, SaveTheFrogs.com. We are at SaveTheFrogs.com/shop. This is the Save the Frogs gift center. So I've already created the infrastructure of the store, and I've got a lot of products already up here. So we've got about 18 or so products in different categories, and I'm about to add some shirts to the site. So you can see down here I've got different tags. One of them is shirts so that we can see all the shirts that are on the site. So I've got 6 of them up here. Let's go ahead and add a new shirt. So a shirt is a product, and we're in the back end now of Save the Frogs site admin area. So each of the products that we sell is down here. For me, it's called Woo Products, but in most WordPress sites, it's going to be called Products. So go click Products if you have WooCommerce installed. How to get WooCommerce installed and set up is for a different video. But once you have your WooCommerce shop built, then you add products just by going to click Add New. You could also duplicate a product that you've already created in the past if it's similar, but I usually just build them from scratch. All right, so what I'm going to do, I've got all my info organized in an error table, okay, called Gift Center. So right here, shirts maintain the balance. It needs a web page. All right, so that's the title of the product, so I can just copy it there. It really helps to have everything thought out in advance like this by having all your information organized so that you don't have to think of it while you're doing it. You just copy paste where it all belongs. So I'm going to go ahead and put the title in there. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead and click Save Draft right now. I'm not ready to publish it though. I could. Chances are no one would see it, but if they did, it would be an incomplete product. So just hit Save Draft. And then I'll get my permalink. That's the actual URL. If I wanted to, I could click Edit and change that to something else if I wanted it to be shorter or otherwise different. But for me, that's fine right there. And it won't be live until I click Publish. So next thing, what I do, this page right here, this is the product metadata page. And there's a few things that I'm always going to want. I'm going to want a product image. So that's the featured image. Those are the images that will, or that is the image that will show up here to represent the product site-wide. So I always want that to be my best photo for the image. Product gallery is where I can put all of the images that I want to appear on the page. For instance, if we look at this product right here, this is my featured image. It's going to automatically appear here. It'll automatically appear the way I have the page set up. So things that will automatically show up are the title will be right here, the featured image will be right here, and the product gallery will show up here. I could click on any of those, and the photo title will show up down here, and someone could click through those if they wanted to see them large. And then the price that I put into the product metadata will automatically appear here. And any of the variations, which for shirts are going to be size, but they could be other things. You could have size as one option, color as another option. And then this I'm going to build into this page. We'll do this later, and any text related to the product. All right, so let's just go ahead. We'll do this in the order that I'm explaining it. So there's product image. So let's go grab that. So I'm going to click that. That's going to take me into my media gallery, media library of WordPress. And these are images I've already added into here. Now, I purposely did not yet add these ones. So let me go grab those. So before creating this video, I had to prepare those. All right, so let me say that again. Before I created this video, I had to prepare the images meaning I had to take the images, crop the images, edit them however I wanted them, and then get them to a size, which for me is usually 1400 pixels wide, maximum, and size, megabytes, around 250 kilobytes or less to prepare them for the web. You don't ever want a huge photo being uploaded to your website. So I like 250 kilobytes or less. You can go higher than that, 300, 350, but I don't ever go higher than that for certain. I aim for 250 kilobytes or less. All right, so all of these, I can just drag them all in all at once because I want them all up here. I've already chosen them that I'm going to have them up there. Do you need 10 photos? No, you could just have one or a few, but if they're good photos, why not put them up there? All right, so what I'm going to do with each photo when it uploads is go to the photo, and for any photo I ever put into WordPress, I always come here and make sure it has alt text and title. Usually it's going to be the same. I'll just copy it from one to the other. This automatically imported in some of this stuff. So what I want is that they're relevant words for either me to search by when I look in the library and I've got 1,000 photos, I can just type in a word. So this shirt is called Maintain the Balance. So I know if I'm looking for a photo of this shirt, I can type maintain into the search bar and it will show up. There. So I also want to think about a Google search or any web engine search. What will somebody be searching for? They may search the word and I want my image to appear in their search. So I get the title and then just paste it into alt text, and then I go ahead and do that for all of these. I just give them the same one unless there's really some reason to have them be different. But I do always do that because it is a great way to get organic traffic. That's traffic you have not paid for by having a lot of images on your site, by having them all have alt text and titles and relevant file names. Notice that my file is not IMG0024 because no one's going to be searching for that. Always make sure you give your file a real name. All right, so now I can just, I choose the one that I want. Let me go ahead and choose that. And that becomes my featured image. Actually, vertical may be a problem because it may end up getting cropped. So best would be if I had a photo that was not vertical, but that one I have. All right, we'll just leave it here and see what happens. Now for the product gallery, I'm going to go ahead and select all photos related to this shirt. They're all checked. Add to gallery. And they should all appear here. There they are. If I want to move them around so that they go in some kind of specific order, like the pictures of the back sides together, then there it is. You just slide them around into the order that you want them to appear. And if you don't want any, just go ahead and X. Like this one, I have 2 of them. Do I need 2? Probably not. All right, so the next up, product category. I've created different categories. This is a shirt, so it's merchandise. It's not a donation. It's not consulting, etc. So I've already set these up in advance. And for product tags, I also have that predetermined in Airtable. All right, so there's my category right there. Categories, tags. Now we clicked a tag at the start of this video. We clicked shirts. And this will make sure that this item ends up there as well. So I like having my tags in Airtable because I can just copy it from Airtable, paste it in here, and they come in perfectly in here. I don't like coming up with a tag on the spot in that box because if I type in, say, shirt, then I have 2 different tags. One is shirt and the other is shirts. So I like having them all pre-made, so then they're going in there correctly. All right, so other stuff going on. Here's the last thing I need to do on this page is I use Rank Math SEO for SEO purposes. So for every lesson, page, post, product that goes on the site, I want to make sure that Google can, and those people using Google to find stuff online, find this product, okay, or whatever I'm posting. So Rank Math SEO free plugin helps me do that. Click Edit Snippet, and then right here, I'm going to put in my title. Paste it in there, and then I'm going to grab my short description. This is what Google is going to show someone. This is what it's going to look like. The URL, the title, and then here comes the description right there. So let's go grab my description, which I thought of in advance. All right, so these SEO description, it should be approximately 160 characters, and it gives you your total. I'm at 139 of the 160. After 160, it'll get cut off right here. All right, so this is something that you want someone to read that and to be inspired to click the link based on that description. All right, so X out of there, and then this is ready to go. At this point, I'm fine with hitting the publish button, even though it's not completely done. I like to hit publish because then I can actually see the page and build it. So let's go ahead and click publish. All right, so now it is live, and what I'm going to do here, I do this pretty much always when I'm building any kind of page, post, product, or lesson in WordPress, is that I want two more pages open. I always want this page. This is the metadata page. And then I'm going to go ahead and click the URL. I'm going to hold down Command or Control so that it opens in a new window. That's the live page. And then I also want, I'm going to edit with Elementor. All right, Elementor is my page builder. That's how I'm going to get the text in there. So usually you can hold down Command or Control and then click Edit with Elementor, and it'll open in a different window, but for some reason, products, it kind of takes over that page and opens in this window. So what I do while this is loading, I'm going to come to my live page, and up here, Edit Product, click Command and Edit Product so it opens in a new window. Slide that back to the left. That's where we were. So now that we have, I always maintain this order. This is the product metadata page. This is the Elementor page where I can edit and see the live view of what it's actually going to look like online. Not sure why it's going so slow here. And this is the live page right here. All right, so let's come to the Elementor page. Here it is. All right, so again, the metadata page, the Elementor editing page, and then the live on the World Wide Web page. All right, so right here, all I need to do is grab the text editor, widget, pull it in there, or element we can call it, and now I can start putting in my full product description, which I've already created in Airtable. All right, so I can open this up. I like to go one paragraph at a time because otherwise you get formatting issues with spacing. So I paste that in there, and then I just come over here, hover over this, click duplicate, click in here, and in that left window is the easiest place to edit. Just delete it out of there, go get my second paragraph, paste it in there, duplicate, and repeat the process until I have all of my paragraphs in there. Command A, delete. All right, do you need a long product description? No. But you have plenty of space, especially if you have a vertical photo over here. You may as well fill up that space if you have something worthwhile to say or to write. You could paste everything in together, but as I said, sometimes you get formatting issues with the spaces between paragraphs. All right, one more of these. All right, so now all we need to do, let's see if this updates here. Sometimes it's slow to update. There it is. All right, so I'm going to click update, green button at the bottom, and this will update the live page. So I can come over here and refresh the page, and there it is. So this is a live page on the site. Now what's missing? There's no price. There's no button there. So we do have more to do over here in the metadata. All right, so here we have all the info about this product as far as pricing goes and sizes and some other things. All right, so currently it's called a simple product. A simple product is when there are no variations. There's no large, extra large, 2XL. There's only one thing, such as this is if you were selling a necklace. There's only one version of the necklace, so that would be a simple product. But here, we need to choose variable product because we're going to have different sizes of this shirt. It's not a subscription product. They're not going to be paying every month for it or every year, okay? I don't ever use grouped or external affiliate, okay? The four choices I'm going to use are simple or variable, and then for something that's a subscription, is it a simple subscription? There's only one option, or is it a variable subscription? There's different options within that subscription. So let's go ahead and choose variable product. A few things changed right here. Now, I've already set up taxes elsewhere in WooCommerce, so I don't need to touch that. Inventory, I'm going to control it the SKU level, not at the product level. What is a SKU? A SKU is a code, or let's just say I'll control it at the variation level. Manage stock. How many larges are there? How many extra larges are there in stock? All right, you don't have to do this, but I like to tell WooCommerce how much of a product I have, how much inventory, and let it keep track so that when it sells out, it's not going to keep selling that product to anybody. And it can even inform me when the inventory is getting low. All right, so if it were a simple product, I'd put all the information there. A SKU is essentially a name of that product. All right, so I'll show you the SKU. Okay, it's not the name of the product on the page. It could be, but I do it slightly different. But let's control all these at the variation level. All right, shipping is already determined elsewhere, so I don't need to change that. I'm not worried about linked products or, yeah, okay, so attributes is where I need to come for a variable product. What are the attributes? I need to add one now. This is slightly confusing how they've set this up, but here's what you do. Add an attribute. Name the attribute. Size. All right, we've got different sizes of the shirt. You need to remember to click this button that it will be used for variations. And now let's enter them in here. All right, so I've got men's 2XL space, and then you need a vertical bar to separate them. All right, so then men's XL space, vertical bar space, men's L, men's M, men's S, and I have one more. Kids 10 to 12. Kids 10 to 12. All right, so save the attributes. Now we come to variations. And let's see, I have yet to save my page since I created this, since I changed this to variable product. So it has not updated to know that it's a variation. Actually, you know what? Maybe it has. Let's create variations from all attributes. That's what we need to do. Create variations from all the attributes. Click OK, OK, OK. And there we go. It's created different IDs, right? Essentially different products, okay? Or we'll call them sub-products, but really they're the variations. So at this point, let's go ahead and update our page just to save everything. and come back down here to the variations, because now we're going to have to give info within the variations. All right, so right here, we can just click on it and it'll drop that down, or we can click up and it'll reduce the size, bring it back up. All right, so the 2XL, I've created SKUs and I've given them names so that they have actual meaning and that they are all related as well. Okay, so here's the 2XL SKU, and I'm going to put that in here, and I do want WooCommerce to manage the stock, so I'm going to check that button. There's 4 things that I'm always going to do here. Add a SKU, click the Manage Stock button, give it a price, and tell how many are in stock. All right, so let me go, let's just go ahead and do it. How many are in stock? Or let's just, for our purposes here, we'll just come up with some fake numbers and throw them all in there so I don't have to waste your time going to find how many are in stock. So SKU, manage stock, the price, and the stock quantity. How many are in stock right now? All right, now I'm going to come down and repeat this process here, changing the SKU, manage stock, give the price that I want to sell it for. Now, if you leave it at 0, it actually won't show up later. It won't show up on the real page because it'll think there's nothing there. So keep that in mind. Assuming it's managing stock, if this is 0, it will not show up on, well, there's a way to change that in settings, but chances are it's not going to show up in your settings. All right, so medium, make sure I got this right. Large, small, manage stock, price, put in a stock quantity, and kids 10 to 12, kids 10 to 12, manage stock $20, 3 of them. All right, so I could reduce these all if I want, but there's one more thing, and let's just go ahead and do it. Reduce the size of those. All right, so let's look at these. Advanced, I don't use that. Launch Flows is a plugin that helps me with checkout options. For this, I don't need to do anything here. WP Fusion connects with my CRM, my customer database, and it will tag them if they purchase it. So I do want to know that. And I've got that in my Airtable. I already created the tag right here. I can just hit copy and paste it into here. All right, so that if they purchase it, then into their customer record, it will give the tag purchased shirt, maintain the balance. Then I know that they purchased that shirt and I can mark it to them accordingly, or not ever use that info if I don't want to do so. All right, so now I can also put refund. If they get refunded, it can tag them as well. Do you need to do this? No, but it's good to have the info. All right, so if I issue a refund, it'll tag their account. All right, so at this point, that's everything except for me putting in the real stock quantities there. Now let's go back to the product, refresh the page. All right, now what's missing? All that text is missing. So what happened there? Let's click update again. Access denied. All right, maybe somehow I got logged out of my site. Let me refresh. It's somewhat annoying. I can come up here. Let me hit copy, and theoretically that'll copy this whole block here in case it does do something weird when I click refresh, then I theoretically would just be able to paste it all back in there. All right, so it's all in there, and hit a refresh here and see if that fixes things. There it is. So that's a live product page, and when I come down here, it's got the range of prices that I put in there, and you can go in and click your size, and you'll be given a price correct for that product. You could add it to your cart, and it would show up in your cart and at checkout. And when I come here, recent additions to the gift center, it's in the first position because it's the newest. If I came back to the shirts area, so that option is not here. Yeah, let's go back to our gift center homepage. And because I tagged it, I gave it a product tag for shirts. These down here are product tags. They're not site-wide tags, a different kind of tag. Let's go ahead and click shirts, and it should show up. All right, so there it is. Now, why is it not first? Not sure. It may be how I have this query set up right here. I'd probably prefer it shows up first. It's probably putting everything in, maybe it's in the wrong order. Or I don't know what the order is. Let's go find out. So I use Elementor to create this product archive. It's an archive of all the products with that tag, and this is how all that is controlled. It's dynamic, so this will work for any of my tags. Whatever I do here will change the layout of any of those tags. So let me click in here, and it's the archive products. Let's see what our choices are. All right, allow order. Ordering is not available if this widget's placed in your front page. All right, so I'm not sure what that means or why I cannot change the order of it, so I need to look into that. A little bit weird, and there may be other options in Elementor for what gets put in here, because usually I can do that. Let's even go try out. Yeah, let's not do that because that's outside the scope of this video. Okay, essentially everything's working. The product's up there, someone can buy it. If they purchase it, then the money will arrive, and that's it. So you now know how to add not just a product, because it'll be easier if you're just doing a simple product. There won't be the variations to create. But for a variable product like a shirt, you now know how to do that. And let's just give a quick summary of everything that we did. We came to our products area. It'll probably be called products in your sidebar, not Woo products. I changed the name of that. I added a title. I can edit the URL. So that's actually what I need to do right here to finish off my Airtable is I'm going to copy that URL out there, paste it in here so that I can always easily find it, and I know that this is now published, so I can change that. All right, so we've got a URL, we've got a featured image, we've got a product gallery, we got our SEO info with page title and or product title and description. We put it into a category, we gave it relevant tags, we published the product, we made sure that it was set as a variable product and that it had attributes of size with these different choices divided by a vertical bar. We checked the box for used for variations, saved these attributes, created our variations by coming here and clicking the choice that was there that said create variations. And if you have WP Fusion, you can give it a tag to show that it's been purchased or refunded in the customer's record. That's it. I am Dr. Kerry Kriger, Zero2Webmaster. Thanks for watching.